Unlocking the Night, the Nuances of Goodnight. Hello, everyone. In today's video, we're going to dive into a phrase that you've probably heard countless times, good night. This simple phrase carries a lot more nuance than you might expect, and understanding it fully can really polish your English language skills. So, whether you're saying goodbye to a friend after a long day or tucking someone in for the night, let's explore what good night truly means. Good night is a common English phrase used to express well wishes to someone when it's time to sleep or when parting ways late in the day. At face value, it's made up of two words, good and night. But when we say good night, we're doing more than just mentioning that the night is good. In this section, we'll break down the context in which good night is often used and the subtle variations of the phrase. Parting ways. When you're leaving a social gathering or finishing a late phone call, saying good night implies that you don't expect to talk to or see the person again until the next day. It's a way of saying, I hope you have a pleasant night. Before sleep, saying good night to someone in the same household usually means that you're about to go to bed. In a family setting, it's often accompanied by a routine such as reading a bedtime story to a child or sharing a moment with a partner. Expressing care and affection. Good night isn't just about the time of day. It's also a way to show care and affection. It's the last thing you say to someone before they drift off to sleep, and it carries your hopes for their peaceful rest. In this section, we will explore how good night might vary in different English-speaking cultures. For example, in some cultures, it might be common to say good night in a formal setting, while in others it's reserved for close friends and family. While good night is a friendly and positive phrase, there are times when it's not appropriate to use it. For instance, in a professional email sent during the evening, you would typically close with regards or best wishes instead of good night. We'll look at when to use different sign-offs depending on the situation. Many learners get confused between good night and good evening. Although both are used during the latter part of the day, they serve different purposes. Good evening is a greeting, while good night is generally used when ending a conversation or going to bed. We'll clarify these differences with examples. There you have it, a closer look at the phrase good night and all the warmth it carries. Remember, the English language is full of nuances, and understanding them can add depth to your conversations and connections. We hope this video helps you say good night with more confidence and understanding. Sweet dreams and, of course, good night.